There's been numerous athletes in the history of hockey that didn't meet their potential, while others were so lucky they probably had a horseshoe up their arse to allow them to have not only on-ice success, but off-ice success. Now, this player doesn't ring many bells with Canadian hockey fans, but in the States, he's a legend for numerous reasons. He was mentored by Herb Brooks. He married a Miss America, played for one of the best NHL franchises of the 1970s, was a durable defenseman for a number of years, played for Team USA at the World Hockey Championships, and won a national title with Minnesota on the NCAA in 1976. So we have to be talking about, again, the very talented and the very, very durable and big Russ Anderson. Now, 6'3", 210, and as rugged as that description implies. He played over 500 games in the NHL between 76 and 85. Again, he was a member of the United States national team at the 77 Ice Hockey Worlds. Now, his big break came when he was playing high school hockey for Washburn High School in Minneapolis, where he was also a standout football player. Now, after getting a scholarship to play college football for the University of Minnesota, Anderson found himself injured with a torn Achilles tendon. Now, thinking his athletic career was over, the great Herb Brooks came to the training room and told Anderson to try out for the Gopher hockey team. Anderson made the team and ended up winning an NCAA title in 1976, which was 1 year after his draft year. Now, University of Minnesota put up 9 points in 30 games in 75, which led him to be drafted in the second round of both the NHL and WHA amateur draft. He was taken 31st overall by the Penguins and 22nd overall by the Jets. Now, after that season in 76 where he won the title, he put up some decent numbers with Pittsburgh in 77, 13 points in 66 games, and was a standout for them in their short playoff series against Toronto. By 78, again, a durable stay-at-home defenseman, not afraid to take a penalty, 18 points in 74 games in 78, then 16, 27, 17 points for Pittsburgh, ended up with Hartford in 82, then shifted to LA Kings in 84 as part of that great Marcel Dio era. Now, 84 put up 17 points in a career high, 5 goals for a second time, and again, a very, very durable defenseman, and some of these fights are still available on YouTube, a very, very strong enforcer, protector for Penguins, key players like LaRouche and Stackhouse and Lowell McDonald, Jean Pronovo, like I said. Now, he played at the Worlds for U.S. in 77, but that year was doubly lucky. Now, he married Miss America 1977, Dorothy Beanham. Now, the couple eventually had 4 children together. They were married for several years before divorcing. Unfortunately, it didn't last, but the children, I guess, are quite handsome. He's now remarried to one Diane Anderson, and they reside in the great state of Connecticut. Now, the major prominence for him again came from the playing for the elite side at Washburn High in Minnesota, which obviously led to the Gopher career. Now, he also was a kind of an interesting cat as well, because when he played in Hershey and New Haven, he drew a lot of attention because the AHL fans on both sides saw him as probably one of the biggest players they had ever saw. Like he said, he was 6'2", but some people said he weighed as much as 230 at one part of his career. Again, a good, rugged, stay-at-home defenseman, and when you play almost a decade at the elite level between college and the pros, it literally stands out. Now, final NHL totals: 22 goals, 9 assists for 121 points, including 1,086 minutes and penalties. He had 2 seasons with Pittsburgh where he had 150 minutes, and 1 season with Hartford as part of their rugged squad of 83, 171 minutes. And in the playoffs, again, 3 assists with only 28 minutes and penalties. Now, he was part of the Rick McLeish deal that allowed McLeish to go from Hartford to Pittsburgh. Now, the situation is the second round pick that Pittsburgh had. Again, there were two players away from making the quarterfinals. The big problem with Pittsburgh of that era, they had to play Toronto in the first round, and as you know, Toronto was a top 8 team. So you might as well say Pittsburgh was a number 9 team of the late 1970s. But, I mean, Pronovo, LaRouche, Kehoe, Stackhouse, Ron Schock, Silaps, what a great team. Now, if you have a chance to see some of Russ's work, look at YouTube, that 1977 playoff series, Game 2 between Toronto and Pittsburgh, with the Pittsburgh home announcers. It's quite exciting to see such a good team in Pittsburgh, even though they lost. They were a very, very dynamic squad, and Russ was part of that. So if you like what they're doing with a vintage 1970 podcast, let us know. Give us a like, comment, and subscribe. And again, if you're from Minnesota, you gotta love Anderson, because what an overachiever and what a legacy for Minnesota hockey. And I would have thought he made the 80 team, but again, they were looking at mostly college players for that side. So anyway, well, one of Herb Brooks' favorites, from what I heard. Thanks for listening. Bye.